So, for all of our lives, we've heard people say that credit is important. You need to build your credit. You need to take care of your credit, so on and so forth. Good stuff, right? Do any of us know why credit's important? Nobody? Okay, cool. So, today's Finance Friday tip, I'm going to explain to you more than just getting loans, more than just financing stuff, why you need good credit, and a couple tricks to do something about it. Did you know that your credit report affects so many things in your life, such as how much your car insurance rates are, how much of a down payment you may have to make when it comes to setting up utilities, electricity, water, gas, how much you may pay towards cell phone bills? Credit can also affect if you get a job or not. I worked multiple jobs in my life who have checked my credit to see that I am good with my finances and can practice what I preach prior to representing their company. I've also known people who have lost job opportunities because they had bad credit. And when you do everything right and you go through the process of trying to get a job, you nail the interview, you do your follow up, you do everything you're supposed to do, and they send you an offer, you do your background check, you do your drug test, everything comes back great. And then they check that credit report and they call you up and be like, hey, we're going to have to change our mind. That's a big defeat. Big defeat. So, whether or not you want to have an 800 credit score and whether or not you want to have debt or not, you need to at least maintain a fair credit rating because you don't want to pay more money for the simple fact that you don't have any credit. A couple of things that you can do to maintain good credit, probably my favorite trick of them all, I'll start with, is your credit utilization ratio. What that is, it works best with credit cards. You want to maintain a ratio of less than 30%, which means that if you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit, you want to have at no given point more than $300 charged on that card. Now, don't forget that you can pay off the card every month and never pay any interest, and that saves you a lot of money. But you nonetheless don't want to carry a balance above $300 because if you carry a larger balance, it looks as though you were dependent on that credit card to survive day to day, month to month for your groceries and your gasoline and things like that. And it makes it look like you're standing on unstable financial territory, which then lowers your credit score because it tells other people, hey, be careful about giving this person lots of credit or loans because they're at a higher risk of not paying you back. And at the end of the day, that's all finance really is weighing out risk versus reward. That's probably my favorite trick to do. The second biggest one is a really simple one, but it's to the point. Don't make late payments. Don't pay late. Don't ever pay late because about 30% of your credit score is based off of your payment history alone. If you're making payments late each month, then it's showing that you don't prioritize the obligations in your life and you're more likely to just get behind on things or just give up and throw your hands up and say, I can't handle it and walk off, and then everybody loses their money. So make sure that you make your payments on time every month, no matter what. If there's a small hiccup and things come up in life, figure your way through it, but get back on track as fast as you can and keep going. The next biggest one, and probably the final one I'll leave you with today so this video doesn't run too long, is to make sure that you're only getting credit when you need it. Keyword, need. Don't go and apply for a credit card at some store because it gave you 10% off, or don't say, you know what, I just want to see how much a car would cost me. I'm gonna go test drive a couple of cars and then they can run my credit and I can see what payments are, but I don't know if I want to buy one yet. If you know you're going to be financing something, then let them pull your credit and don't worry twice about it because it's something that's there for you whenever you need to use it. But if you don't need to use it, then don't use it because all those inquiries will show up. And if you have your credit run over and over and over multiple times a month, multiple times a year, so on and so forth, it makes it look like you have no cash in the bank and you need credit just to survive, to keep a car in your garage, to keep groceries in your refrigerator, to buy a refrigerator, so on and so forth. Your credit score is essentially just a balancing act on how well you manage your debt and how well you manage your financial priorities. So you want to always do what you can to make sure that everybody knows you're a good person. At the end of the day, that's how you keep your credit up. Catch you next week.